The first chapter in physics is electricity. We completed a lot of portion in that chapter called electricity. I repeat once again. We all know that electricity is a form of energy, and it is the most convenient and useful form of energy because it can be generated in the large scale. It can be easily transmitted from one place to another place using transmission lines, and it can be converted into other forms of energy. Today's class we are going to talk about that only. Electrical energy can be converted into other forms of energy. Which is the other form of energy? Heat energy is one form of the energy. Therefore, today's class we are going to learn about heating effect of electric current. Before that, we are to recollect all the formulas we derived in the first session of the chapter. The first thing what I told you is the equation related to electric current, that is I is equal to Q by T. I is equal to Q by T. Here I stands for electric current, Q stands for quantity of charges, T stands for time. And SI unit of electric current is ampere, SI unit of quantity of charges is coulombs, and time is measured in seconds. The second equation what we learnt is V is equal to W by Q. This is the relation to define potential difference. Here V stands for potential difference. Potential difference is the quantity of work done to displace unit charge from one point to another point in a circuit. Therefore, here W is the work done, Q is the quantity of charges. SI unit of V is what is known as volt, SI unit of W is joule or joule, and Q is measured in coulombs. Then there is a very famous formula, that is V is equal to IR, Ohm's law. At constant temperature, potential difference between any two terminals is directly proportional to the electric current. V stands for potential difference, I stands for electric current, R stands for resistance. Then there is a formula related to the resistivity. R is equal to rho L by A. Resistance depends on three factors: length of the conductor, area of cross section of the conductor, and the material of the conductor, that is rho, resistivity. R is the resistance measured in ohms, resistivity is measured in ohm meter, length is measured in meter, and it is square units, we measure area. Then resistors in series, resistors in parallel. Resistors in series, when resistors are connected in series, the effective or total resistance is nothing but the sum of the individual resistors. Similarly, when the resistors are connected in parallel, then the reciprocal of the effective resistance is nothing but the sum of the reciprocals of individual resistors. This also we able to understand, and the advantage of parallel connection over series connection also I told you. Now see, using these formulas we are going to derive one more formula. First I derive the formula, then I state the law. I take the formula V is equal to W by Q. I write here V is equal to W by Q. It is the formula related to potential difference. Here W is the work done, Q is the quantity of charge, V is potential difference. So easy it is. You only can deduce. See, V is equal to W by Q. Now you cross multiply this. First in this session what I do is, first I tell and then I write, right? Now you have to cross multiply it. When you cross multiply it, you get an equation for W, isn't it? What is that? What is the relation you are going to get for W? Think V is equal to W by Q. I cross multiply, then I get W equals VQ. W is equal to what? VQ. Right? Now, for this V, using what is known as Ohm's law, I can replace this as, according to the Ohm's law is there. You come back, see, this is Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. In the place of V, I can replace IR. And here see, I is equal to Q by T. Suppose if I cross multiply this, this becomes Q is equal to IT. Here Q is equal to IT comes, V is equal to IR comes. Now I go there. W is equal to VQ. In the place of V, I replace IR. In the place of Q, I replace IT. What happens? I write it here. But V is equal to IR and Q is equal to IT. I is equal to Q by T, therefore Q is equal to IT. Now I replace it. W equals, in the place of V I write IR into, in the place of Q I write IT. Then it becomes W equals I into I square R T. W is equal to I square RT. See children here, when I supply electrical energy to a gadget, one iron box, if I supply electrical energy to the iron box, what type of work that iron box is going to do? That iron box has to convert that electrical energy into heat energy. That is the work done by the iron box. Iron box does the work of converting electrical energy into heat energy. Therefore, this W can be replaced as H. W can be replaced as H in the case of heating effect of electric current, where electrical energy is converted into heat energy. Therefore, H is equal to I square RT. This is the new formula we are going to derive. I repeat once again. V is equal to W by Q is the relation to find the potential difference. Here W stands for work done, Q is the quantity of charges. I cross multiply it. W is equal to VQ. But V is equal to IR mentioned in the Ohm's law. I is equal to Q by T, therefore Q is equal to IT. Therefore, in the place of V I write IR, in the place of Q I write IT. Therefore, W is equal to IR into IT. W is equal to I square RT. What is this W? W is the work done by the device. In the heating effect of electric current, when we supply electrical energy to electric iron, electric toaster, electric boiler, electric geyser, that devices, they convert electrical energy into heat energy. That is the work done by those devices. Therefore, W is equal to H. And the place of W I replace as H. H is equal to I square RT. This is the formula for H. Here, what is H? H is the heat measured in joule. Measured in joule. But we pronounce it as joule. I is electric current measured in ampere. R is the resistance measured in ohm. T is the time measured in seconds. This is the formula we are able to get. Now, using this formula, see here, what is the formula I derived? H is equal to I square RT. H is equal to I square RT. Don't forget this formula. Now you know many formulas. This is also one formula you have to add. H is equal to I square RT. Now I write in the form of a statement in this. What is this? H stands for heat energy produced. Heat energy produced. Heat energy produced in a conductor, in a resistor, or a resistor, conductor, whatever it may be. heat energy produced in a resistor is proportional to three factors. Heat energy produced in a resistor is proportional to three factors. First one is square of the electric current. Square of electric current. Square of electric current I or I square. B. Resistance of the resistor. Resistance of the resistor R. C. Time for which electric current flowing through the resistor, that is T. There are three factors are responsible for the amount of heat produced in a resistor that is given in this equation. H is equal to I square RT. And this relation, see I written the relation. Heat energy produced in a resistor or a conductor or a circuit is proportional to square of the electric current, resistance of the resistor, time for which electric current flowing through the circuit, and this statement is called, very popularly called as Joule's law of heating. It is called what? Joule's law of heating. State Joule's law of heating. If they ask this question, you have to write heat energy produced in a resistor is proportional to square of electric current, resistance of the resistor, time for which electric current flowing through the circuit or a conductor or a resistor. And this statement, the equation for Joule's law of heating is H is equal to I square RT. Therefore, all these relations are interlinked. All these relations are what? Interlinked. I come back to my first statement. We know that electricity is a form of energy, and this form of energy converted into other forms of energy. Here we are talking about the conversion of heating electrical energy into heat energy. To get the idea of the amount of heat produced in a resistor, we should get the advantage of the other relation we studied so far. The first three equations are I is equal to Q by T, V is equal to W by Q, V is equal to IR. Using these three relations, I can find the relation to find the amount of heat produced when electrical energy is passing through a circuit. For that purpose, what I did is V is equal to W by Q, that is the equation of potential energy. I cross multiply this. W is equal to VQ, but V is equal to IR, Q is equal to IT, I know. I replace that. W is equal to I square RT. What is that W? W is the work done. Work done by whom? Work done by the electricity when it passes through a gadget. That gadget converts electrical energy into heat energy. Therefore, W is replaced as H. H is equal to I square RT. I got the equation. This equation is the equation of Joule's law of heating. What Joule's law of heating states that the amount of heat energy produced in a conductor is directly proportional to the square of the electric current, resistance of the conductor, and the time for which the electric current passes through the circuit. And H is measured in joule, I is measured in ampere, R is measured in ohms, T is measured in seconds. Therefore, children, whenever electric current passes through any circuit, the circuit after some times it becomes hotter. You have seen that your mobile phone, if it is overcharged, the mobile phone becomes warmer. That is the heating effect of electric current. Similarly, laptops, when we charge the laptop, sometimes the laptop becomes hotter. TV, fan, everything, there is a conversion of electrical energy into heat energy. Man is able to utilize that heat energy by making a devices like electric iron, electric heater, electric geysers, electric toasters. By that we can convert electrical energy into heat energy. To measure how much of an electrical heat energy is produced, we have an equation. That equation is called H is equal to I square RT. H is equal to I square RT. Now how many equations you know in this chapter? I is equal to Q by T, V is equal to W by Q, V is equal to IR, and we have an equation called R is equal to rho L by A, resistors in series, resistors in parallel, Rs is equal to R1 plus R2, 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Similarly, now the equation for Joule's law of heating, that is H is equal to I square RT. The next unit in this particular chapter is electric power. Electric power. See, many people, they confused with the word current, power and everything. Power illa, current illa, ಆ ಪದಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Electric power. First we talk about the power and then we go for the electric power. Power is a general physical quantity. What is power? Everybody knows. Power is, I write here, this is a very simple statement. It is there in the 6th standard textbook. Power is defined as rate of doing work. Rate of doing work is defined as power. Simple it is. P is equal to W by T. Means what? If you have a power, at what rate you do work? A person is having a higher power, he performs the work in a faster rate. If you do the work in faster rate, you have a better power. Therefore, power is defined as rate of doing work, W by T. P is equal to W by T. And the SI unit of power is given by the very famous scientist James Watt. Therefore, SI unit of power is watt. This is the definition of power. And this power is used, this definition is used to define electric power. Right? What is power now? Power is rate of doing work. What is the equation of the power? P is equal to W by T. And which is the SI unit of power? Watt. Watt is the SI unit of power. Now see children, here we are going to derive the formula relations for electric power. Electric power is like this. See, we know that H is equal to I square RT. I square RT. H is equal to I square RT. Here H is the work done by a conductor to convert electrical energy into heat energy. Right? Therefore, I can replace this H as what? W. Usually, in the previous session, what I did is I changed W into H. Now I change H into W. I write this H as W. Then W is equal to I square RT. H and W. The SI unit of H is Joule. SI unit of work is also Joule. Right? Now, what is the equation for the power? I told what is power? Power is the rate of doing work. P is equal to W by T. P is equal to W by T. Now in the place of W, I replace this. Then it becomes P is equal to, in the place of W, I write I square RT divided by T. Divided by T. Now see what I can do for this equation. In numerator and denominator, both places T is there. I cancel T. Then P is equal to I square R. P is equal to I square R. This is the equation for electric power. P is equal to I square R is the equation for electric power. Power is defined as rate of doing work. P is equal to W by T. In the place of W I replace H I square RT, TT cancelled, I got P is equal to I square R. This is a very important relation it is. Why? Because this relation can be modified. An intelligent student can calculate power not only by this relation, there are other relations also there. For example, you have to calculate power. They are not given I or they are not given R. Instead of that one, they are given potential difference. How to calculate? Therefore, this is the time for us to show our intelligence. Can we modify this formula? I repeat, we know Joule's law of heating, that is H is equal to I square RT. Now you know the formula for power, electric power, P is equal to I square R. The equation for power is W by T. This is the equation for electric power, P is equal to I square R. Now can you change this? That is your intelligence. P is equal to I square R. What I do is, if I write this P is equal to I square R like this, P is equal to I into R. I can write I square R. I into I is I square. Now, in this place of IR, I can write V according to the Ohm's law. Ohm's law tells that, but V is equal to IR. Therefore, in the place of IR, I write what is known as IV. This is another equation of power. See physics, how nice it is. P is equal to I square R also an equation. P is equal to IV or VI is also an equation for electric power. Here resistance is not given. In a problem, the resistance is not given, potential difference is given, electric current is given, calculate power, we have to write the formula P is equal to IV. Suppose in the equation, electric current is given, resistance is given, potential difference is not given, then we use P is equal to I square R. Is there any other way to write this equation? See. Therefore, this is the equation, I write one more equation here. P is equal to IV. This is another equation of power. I write R. Now see this. Can you modify this? Some other way can you write? I can write some other way. Here I is there, no? Using the same Ohm's law, I can write I is equal to V by R. I is equal to what? V by R. Now in the place of I replace V by R. Then it becomes P is equal to V by R. I in the place of I, V by R into V. Now it becomes what? P is equal to V into V square by R. There is one more equation we got. P is equal to V square by R. Therefore, for the power, to calculate electric power, we have P is equal to I square R, P is equal to IV, P is equal to V square by R. There is one more formula. Or P is equal to V square by R. Now to calculate power, we have how many equations? P is equal to I square R. I repeat, to calculate electric power, we have three equations. P is equal to I square R, P is equal to IV, P is equal to V square by R. All the three formulas are derived from the basic definition of the power. What is basic definition of the power? Power is defined as rate of doing work. P is equal to W by T, where W is nothing but H. Therefore, H is I square RT. Therefore, in the place of W, I written I square RT. TT cancelled. I got P is equal to I square R. P is equal to I square R is one equation of power, electric power. Here I square R I written as I into R, but IR is nothing but V. Therefore, P is equal to IV. I got the another relation of electric power. But by using the same Ohm's law, I can be written as V by R. Replace V by R in the place of I to get P is equal to V square by R. Therefore, I can have three equations to calculate electric power. P is equal to I square R, here V is not given. P is equal to IV, here R is not given. P is equal to V square by R, here I is not given. Now therefore, see children, whenever they give problems and power, we have to see which one is not given. If V is not given, use this formula. If R is not given, use this formula. If I is not given, use this formula. This is the equation for electric power. Now see, I told you which is the SI unit of power. Watt is the SI unit of power. But watt is a very small quantity of power. But we have to measure electric power. To measure electric power, instead of watt, we go for bigger unit. The bigger unit is, I write it here, the bigger, or I write it here, the bigger unit is kilowatt. Kilowatt. Kilowatt is the bigger unit of electric power. Therefore, we use kW. We use what? kW. Kilowatt. kW stands for what? Kilowatt. You have seen some of the electrical gadgets, they are written kW. kW means kilowatt. Watt is very small. We want higher amount of electric current to be measured. Therefore, we use kilowatt. Now, here P is equal to W by T. What is T stands for? Time. Time is measured in seconds. We don't want electric power in seconds. We want electric power in hours. Therefore, the larger unit of what is known as the electric power is kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. Therefore, we write that as kWh. Kilowatt hour is the SI unit of electric power, but the SI unit of power is watt. Watt is a smaller unit. We require to measure electric power, we require a bigger unit. The bigger unit is kilowatt hour. It is a measurement of time. Kilowatt is a measurement of power. Right? Now people may ask you, how this kilowatt hour is related to watt? How this kilowatt hour related to watt? I write it. See here. Kilowatt hour, kWh. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 into kilo. Kilo means 1000. Kilo means 1000 into hour. Hour means what? How many seconds becomes 1 hour? 3600 seconds is equal to 1 hour. Kilo means 1000. Hour means 3600 seconds. Therefore, 1 kilowatt is equal to 36 I write. 36 I write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 to the power of 5. 36 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 to the power of 5. We should not write 36. Therefore, I write this as 3.6 into 1 decimal point I push this side. Therefore, this becomes 1 power should be increased. 10 to the power of 6 joules. 1 kilowatt hour means 3.10 to the power of 6 joules of work is done by that particular device. Now I repeat, power is nothing but rate of doing work. But electric power is the rate of doing work is measured in a particular time. The equation is P is equal to I square R, P is equal to IV, P is equal to V square by R. But power equation is P is equal to W by T. Here SI unit of power is watt. SI unit of electric power is kilowatt hour. Kilo means 1000 watts per hour. 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. Therefore, 1000 into 3600 seconds is equal to 3.6 into 10 to the power of 6 joules of energy work done is possible with the help of 1 kilowatt hour power of electricity. Now we see the list of formulas in the chapter called electricity. We are derived all the formulas of this particular chapter called electricity. The first one is I is equal to Q by T. Here I is electric current, Q is quantity of charges, T is time. I is equal to Q by T. The second formula is V is equal to W by Q. Here V is potential difference, Q is quantity of charges, W equals work done. The third formula is the formula related to Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. Very popular formula it is, and we have to solve more number of problems based on this particular formula. I is electric current, R is resistance, V is potential difference. The next is R is equal to rho L by A. It is a formula related to the factors affecting the resistance of a conductor. Three factors. R is resistance, L is length of the conductor, A is area of cross section of the conductor, rho is resistivity or material of the conductor. And resistors in series, Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 means when resistors are connected in series, sum of their total resistance is equal to sum of their individual resistances. When resistors are connected in parallel, the reciprocal of the effective resistance or a total resistance is equal to sum of the reciprocals of individual resistances. Then comes H is equal to I square RT. It is the equation related to Joule's law of heating. And here H is heat produced, I is electric current, R is resistance, T is time. The next is P is equal to I square R. It is one of the formula to find the electric power. Here I and R is given, V is not given. P is equal to IV is another formula where R is not given, I and V are given. P is equal to V square by R. Here I is not given, V is given, R is given. Here P is called the power, R is called the resistance, I is called electric current, V is potential difference, T is time. Now we list out all the formulas together. I is equal to Q by T, V is equal to W by Q, V is equal to IR, R is equal to rho L by A, Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, H is equal to I square RT, P is equal to I square R, P is equal to IV, P is equal to V square by R. Once again we see this, I is equal to Q by T, V is equal to W by Q, V is equal to IR, R is equal to rho L by A, Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, H is equal to I square RT, P is equal to I square R, P is equal to IV, P is equal to V square by R. Using these formulas related to the chapter called electricity, we have to solve the problems. Now we play a game. Here the SI units are given. The SI units are joule, ohm, ampere, volt, coulomb, square meter, meter, ohm meter, watt, seconds are mentioned. This side I write all the physical quantities related to that particular SI units. I electric current, V potential difference, Q quantity of charges, T time, W is equal to work done, L is equal to length of the conductor, R is equal to resistance, A is equal to area of cross section, rho is equal to resistivity, H is equal to heat produced, and P is equal to power. Now we have to link the physical quantity and their SI units. We have to link. First one is electric current. Electric current is linked with the SI unit of electric current is ampere. SI unit of potential difference is volt. SI unit of quantity of charges, think which is the SI unit of quantity of charges, coulombs. SI unit of time, seconds. SI unit of work done, joule or joule. SI unit of resistance, ohm. Now SI unit of heat produced. SI unit of heat produced is also joule. Joule is the unit of both work done and heat produced. Length of the conductor is measured in meters. Area of cross section is measured in square meters. Resistivity is measured in ohm meter and power is measured in watt. These are the SI units and their physical quantities. You have to remember everything to solve the problems related to electricity. For the problems of electricity, according to the blueprint, there are 3 marks. Now assignment 61. The first one is state Joule's law of heating. Second one is define the term power. Third one is write the equation of Joule's law of heating. Fourth one is write 3 formulae to find the electric power. Write the SI units of resistance, potential difference, electric current and power. Sixth question is express 1 kilowatt hour in joules. All these things are taught in this particular video only. See the video once again. If you have any doubt, solve it. Thank you.